What's up, kids? What's going on, man, out there in YouTube land? How is everybody doing tonight, huh? You guys having a good day, are you? Because I know I sure did. I had a fantastic day today. I had an absolutely fantastic day today. So let's give it a few minutes, let everybody roll in. Well, not everybody, but you know, all the good looking people. We'll let all the good looking people roll in, and then we'll get to the rest of the story. How's that? Sit up here and get comfy, get something to drink, see who's here, see who's going to comment. Who's the first person to make a comment this evening, huh? Come on, I know you're out there. I know you want to. I know you want to. You're just bashful. I'm sorry. I'm just goofing today. John Harris. Hey, John Harris, how are you this evening, sir? Really enjoyed you guys visiting, John. That was a lot of fun. Really did. You and Britt just made my day Saturday. So thank you for that, sir. That was a lot of fun having you guys over. Got a lot of things to go over this evening. A lot of fun stuff going on. We had a great time. Well, I'm glad you did, man. Thank you. You're welcome, John Harris. You are absolutely welcome. So, anyhow, things here have been very busy today. Had the grandkids come out. Now that was awesome. My son drove up from Lancaster with his wife and my two grandsons. They had fun playing on the boat, and we got some pizza and drinks for them and stuff. And they tried doing a little fishing, no success. It was a real good Sunday. It was a real pleasant Sunday with the family. Probably the last one I'm going to have in a very long time. Because, from here on out, I'm sailing away. So, yeah, that was sort of a bummer. In fact, my oldest grandson cried when we were talking about the fact that I'm probably not going to see him again for a long time. The boy started tearing up a little bit, and boy, that sure pulled on old Grandpa's heartstrings. I can tell you that much. But we had good times, and we'll have good times in the future. My oldest grandson, he is just an awesome young man, just an absolutely awesome young man. I don't know. 7:00 they left here. They're probably not even home yet. They're probably still on the road. So, hey, Brittany, how you doing, man? What's going on, girl? So, so had a great time with the grandkids. Kind of sad to see them go, but nonetheless. Had some fun with the rigging today. We sorted out, I did a little video earlier where I was showing people some of the rigging parts. I was going to do a little bit of a part B to that this evening. We've got some things we got a little show and tell to go over with you guys, some of the lines and stuff. Some of the other lines. I mean, it's just pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff to talk about this evening, actually. Someone's grumpy. I went to the horse barn and now I'm home relaxing, but about to do some cleaning. Well, there you go. How were the horses today in the horse barn? Probably snickering and pooping like usual, would be my guess. Oh, we just had a big thunderstorm roll through. I was going to do this up on deck, but the deck is all soaking wet. I mean, literally, Lily's dog food dish out there on the deck's got an inch of water in it. That's it. It rained an inch of water like in the last 2 hours. So it was really coming down, but now it's cleared up. Sun's coming out. Maybe it'll dry the boat off here pretty quick. But more did it cool it off. It was like 90 degrees here today. It really got hot. And then it was like all of a sudden, whoosh, it just cooled down. So now it's like, I don't know, 72 in here right now. It's very, very pleasant. It was unfortunately very hot while my son and his wife and the kids were here. So we had to go sit over here at the pavilion, at the picnic tables over there to get out of the sun. I saw the storm coming through the barn towards your direction. We had no rain at my house. Wow, that's wild. Well, I understand it rained a lot harder further north from us even. So we got hit pretty hard, but they got more even further north. But, that's one of the critical things as a sailor we have to watch out for. We got to pay a lot of close attention to that kind of stuff. Watch the weather and see where things are going and what's going on with it. So kind of a critical thing to be paying attention to. In fact, you know, it dictates a lot of our lives. It was pure black skies. Yeah, it was pretty ugly when it came over. It was pretty. Man, the wind picked up something fierce. It actually raised the water level here in the marina by almost a foot. Between the wind blowing in and the rain that we had, the water level here in the marina is about 12 inches higher than it was just a couple hours ago. And, you know, I'm on Lake Erie. This is not a tidal area. You know, supposedly the tides here are these little tiny things, but when the wind blows things back and forth, a lot of that water can back up in here. So, hey, Akula, how are you this evening? Darling Dar, how you doing? How y'all's it sailing? It's sailing. Well, we're not sailing yet. We're not sailing yet. We making some good headway and stuff. That's some of the stuff I'm going to get into here in just a moment. Talk more about some of the rigging we're putting on the boat. So I'm trying to do a better job of doing a little show and tell for everybody. So looks good. Well, thank you. Recently in a video, I talked about some of the stuff that's going on. I think those are working out fairly well. Doing the live streams in the evening, doing the cliff notes of the live streams in the morning for people, and then I'm putting out, you know, little factoid type videos throughout the day. Today I talked some about rigging and stuff. I think that went over well. And today, in there also, I talked about I was doing a little fundraising for the ladder. And I'm pleased to see that, you know, I had 2 people chip in. I got half the cost of the ladder covered already. So it's just amazing. So we're ordering the ladder tomorrow, and it should be here on Thursday. So, evening, Michael. How are you? Been following a little, but the lives are a little late. And usually I'm off of here by 7, but I do watch them next day. There you go. Your stream looks very good tonight. Yes, I'm using my iPhone again. So, trying to make sure I get things as good a quality as I possibly can. Something sticky on my table. Grandkids, you know? Grandkids, there's something sticky on my table. I wonder how that got there. Ugh, that was nasty. Give me the Willers. Anyhow, got a whole lot of cool stuff came today. My cousin, of all people, my cousin Richard. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Hey, Grandpa, how was the visit the visit was awesome. Just finished outing the grass. Hi, everyone. Hey, what's going on? Very sharp picture change. Good. Did you experience high winds yesterday? We had high winds yesterday. We had really high winds here about an hour ago. Hey, 12 degrees. How you doing, man? Nice to see everybody rolling in now. Yep, nice to see everybody rolling in. Anyhow, my cousin of all people sent me a whole bunch of stuff. And I mean, he sent me a whole bunch of stuff. He sent me LED light bars. He sent me a headlamp. He sent me these really cool lamps. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. They're LED. They're very bright. They open and close. He sent me a couple of those. And he sent me this weird little tool. I work in Michigan. He sent me this weird little tool. This is from Bell & Howell. It's like a little hammer and a pair of pliers and wire cutters. And where in Michigan are you? And then it's got a whole bunch of other stuff in there too. It's a really neat little tool. So thank you, my cousin Richard. I really appreciate that. He also donated to the Ladder Fund. Awesome. So really unexpected from my own cousin, but thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. All has actually already been useful this evening because when that storm came through, it was dark here in the boat. And so I fired up this massive light bar. I may use this for doing some of my lighting for my videos because, I mean, it could light me up. See how nice that is? Nice warm light. Look at that. I might use this as lighting for doing some of my videos so you guys can get a better view of me and stuff. So kind of cool LED bar. That's going to come in real handy for the videos and stuff. But most importantly, the thing my cousin sent me that was the most important thing, even more than the lights, even more than the money that he sent, was, how's your SB port holding out? My SB port? I don't know what an SB port, what are you referring to? Anyhow, the most important thing that he sent me is, guess what? Anybody want to take a guess? The most important thing that my cousin sent me was a fork. Now I have a real fork and a spoon and my fillet knife. So galley is 100% equipped with everything I need. Yeah, Richard, I thought that was funny that you sent me a fork. So the leaking port, I think he's talking about that. No, I've not even attempted to even look at that leaking port yet. I'm going to take care of that as I'm going down the Erie Canal, somewhere down along there. It was good here in Michigan today for me. Like 65-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yeah, it was pretty bad here. So I live in Toledo, Ohio, but work in Ottawa, Lake, Michigan, right over the border above Sylvania, Ohio. Well, there you go. Above Sylvania, Ohio. Anyhow, so earlier I was doing some stuff on some of the rigging, and I wanted to show you some of the other new stuff that I got today. This was a gift from a guy by the name of Jim here in the Marina. Now, Jim, you might remember, is the guy I was referring to as Chip, because that's what I thought he said his name was Chip. His name is Jim. One of the things on my rigging that was still yet to be desirable was sucks getting old. You forget stuff all the time. Anyhow, it's the topping lift. Excuse me. It's the topping lift that goes on the back of my boom pole up to the top of the mast. I have a little cheap rope topping lift. It works, but it's not ideal. Certainly not anywhere near ideal. This is what he gave me to replace it. This is serious topping lift material, guys. This is very serious topping lift material. I'm not even sure if it's going to work. This may be too long. I don't know yet. We'll have to get in there. But it's a wire rope going to a block, and then from that going into a really nice sheet. But this block, this is a Harkin. This thing's brand new. There's no way this guy ever used this. It doesn't have a single spot on it. It's like it came right out of the package. Brand new. So that's going on the boat. In addition to that, he gave me 2 sets of lines for running the head sail back. All equipped with stays and stops on it for my pole. I've got a spinnaker pole, so I can pull out my head sail out for going wing on wing. And this is all rigged up with a stop. This clips onto the end of the sail. This comes back to the winches and stuff. But it's got a stop on these for the pole. 2 of these, and they're like brand new, guys. I mean, they're okay, maybe a season old, but they're like brand new. So unbelievable, unbelievable. So at this point, there is no part of my mast except for my spreaders that's not going to be just in mint condition. And tomorrow I'm buying new spreader boots. So there'll be new spreader boots going on to my spreaders. And I'm going to sand and paint them a pretty white, topside white paint. So they'll be nice and clean looking with new boots on them. All new rigging up and down. All the new standing rigging. All new running rigging. Guys, my little boat's going to be cherry. I mean, I got some serious bling for my sailboat today. So I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely flabbergasted at the generosity of these folks here. So Jim, if you're watching this, I'm sorry about the misunderstanding and calling you Chip. I thought that's what you said. But man, I really, really appreciate everything that you've done. So with that said, let me go back because I missed a bunch in the chat. So yes, that cable is very strong. Okay, let me go back to where all right, I caught that, yep. How did the family like my boat? Darling Dar, I actually posted some pictures up on Facebook. My grandkids loved playing on the boat. Absolutely loved it. I'm glad Trav, I'm glad you made it here too. That cable looks strong, very strong. A whole lot better than that little piece of cord that I had. Good thing you put the address in the description. There you go. I know you got a nice generator already, but any plans on using solar panels? Sorrenti, I'm thinking at some point down the road, I'm going to build an arch on the back of the boat. So I've got davits, and then I've got some place to mount solar panels too. And then I'm going to have that arch be incorporated into, a Dodger and a Bimini. So it's all going to be like one continuous thing. So when I get that done, we'll put all that in here. But I don't have the budget for that right now, so that's something we'll get done over time. It's nice to organize. Yes, it is. Hope they work out. Oh, they should work out just fine. Bling, bling. Lily, too, will be a serious sailboat. Great. Yes, absolutely a serious sailboat. She is a sweetheart. Solar would be a good thing, even if you can get some small ones. Well, sure, yeah, obviously, but I wanna do it right. I really am at a crunch for space right now on the boat. I have way too much crap on the boat, and so adding solar panels and the controller and stuff in there right now is just more than I want to bite with all the other stuff I'm taking care of right now. I mean, I'm working on the alternator. I'm ordering the ladder, so that's going to have to get mounted onto the back. So we have the ladder. I got to rebuild the steps coming into the companionway. I still have to deal the head. We have to set the mast. I have to work on the water system. I have to purge the water tanks. I got to install the blocks and the winches up on the coach roof for running all the lines aft. Yes, I do have a dinghy. I have an air floor 9-foot dinghy. I think it's a 9-foot dinghy air floor from West Marine that I bought used with a 3.3 horsepower, practically brand new Mercury outboard. So yeah, we're all set on the dinghy department. Eventually it'd be nice to have something bigger, something faster, whatever, but it's going to work just fine, just the way it is. We got a hell of a deal on it. So, minor jobs. I got to install the rod holders. I got to install someplace to put all my nets. Trav, man, you rock, dude. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the contribution to the super chat, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got I've got quite the list. 9 foot sounds just about right. Also for the weight. Yes, yeah. Is the dinghy in the water yet? No, it's sitting right here in the cockpit right now. So I'm not going to inflate it, I don't think, until I get closer to when I'm getting ready to leave. Just because I don't want it to be in the way here in the marina. I really don't want it getting up against these rusty steel docks because that's going to wear a hole and pop it. So I'm going to try to wait till almost the last minute before it is. It's an inflatable. Yes, it's an inflatable dinghy. What else do I got to do? I got to finish setting up the galley. I have to mount the rod holders on the back of the boat. I'm going to put some rod holders up here in the coach roof to put all my rods up into. I got to get the grill mounted. I have a huge job list of things to get done. And I did not really get much done today. I was bad today, guys. I'll be honest with you. I was bad today. I did some stupid things today. And I'll owe up to them. I'll owe up to them. I unfortunately got angry today at people making some false accusations, and I fed the trolls a little bit. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I took a little sadistic pleasure in lambasting some people who were spreading gossip and lies that weren't true on another channel. Probably should have kept my big mouth shut, but nonetheless, when people are just out and out touting lies and stuff, I just had enough. I needed to straighten some shit out, and so I did. And so, anyhow, it was a stupid thing to do, but I did it anyway. So, and I'm sure all I did is feed them, and they're going to come back with even more crap in the future, but oh well. With that said, you can take my money, you can take my wife, you can have my wife, you can take my money, you can take my boat, I'll fight you to the death on my dog, you can take a lot of things from me, but the one thing you can't take from me is my ethics. Only I can give that away. And when people are making false accusations out there, at some point, you just get to the point where you just got to defend yourself and stand up and call bullshit. And so that's what I did. So anyhow, enough of that. Let's move on because it is what it is. Is the girl from out west still going to sail with you? I apologize. I can't recall her name. She worked in the nursing field. No, I right now do not have anybody who's going to be sailing with me at the moment, except for Miss Lily, my dog. Hey, JD, how are ya? Trolls will be trolls. Don't waste time feeding them. I know better, Akula. Evening, Steve, how are you? Hey, Chip. Yeah, I know better. I really did know better. I knew better right as I was typing it. But at some point, you just get pissed off, and I got pissed off, and I shouldn't have. I shouldn't let them get to me. But anyhow, can you accept Lab how Super Chat works as far as do you get the whole donation or do they take part? Okay. When you contribute to Super Chat, as an example, if you were to get on Super Chat and donate $10 today, first of all, whatever percentage of that money that I do get, I'm not going to see until the 21st of next month. And even then, when you donate $10, I actually only get like $6 and change out of that $10 on Super Chat. Now, controversial on the other side, if you were to donate through PayPal, and there's links down below on how to do that, go to paypal.me/Carl Brook. If you do PayPal, I get just about 100% of that money comes straight to me, and it's available like tomorrow. As an example, the guy that donated, the two people that ended up donating to the ladder fund, both jumped on PayPal. They both threw money into PayPal, and I got, it's $300 for the ladder. I got 155 of it already tomorrow to use to pay for it to be shipped. So the ladders, I was told if we order tomorrow, it'll be here Thursday. Maybe, but I'm thinking Thursday. So I'm going to be here at least through Friday, probably next weekend, because once I get the ladder, I'm going to need to bolt it onto the boat. I'm going to have to go get some big heavy bolts and some material, some lumber and stuff, so I can get it bolted on. But it's actually a dock ladder that I'm mounting onto the back of the boat. Hey, Carl, you guys made it home okay. Good. I was concerned about you guys getting home in one piece. So, yeah, no problem, Mike P. I'm happy to explain. Hey, Woody, just started watching your channel. Have enjoyed everything I've seen so far. Keep it up. Good work. And let the haters hate fair winds. Well, thanks, Woody. I appreciate that, man. Thanks. I thought so. I've used PayPal for you before, but have been apprehensive about Super Chat. Yeah, Michael P., I understand that, and I appreciate what you've sent through PayPal. But, yeah, they do take quite a bit, actually, out of Super Chat. I love your items on your store website. Well, thank you, darling daughter. Yes, Rhonda was, oh, Carl says still drive. Carl, drive and get off the phone. Damn kid. Stainless hardware, of course. Of course, stainless hardware. Yep. No, Rhonda's been working very hard and getting stuff together. We'd like to get some other stuff, some better artwork and that kind of thing together. But Rhonda's been working very hard at getting merchandise up on the site. In the description down below. Oh, it's you, Marie. Okay. Well, Marie, you can chat while Carl's driving. That's fine. Anyhow, in the description down below, there's a link. Rhonda has got the a whole bunch of different merch set up there. Different stuff. You guys can take a look at it. We've got mugs and T-shirts and all kinds of stuff. Somebody asked for bobbleheads. We talked about bobbleheads. We have found a supplier for bobbleheads. But with the bobbleheads, we actually have to have them made and then buy a batch of them at one time in order for that to be anywhere near plausible financially. I mean, it's like $150 for the first one, and then if we order 100 of them, they're $29 a piece. So, on your end, audio and the video. What did Frank say? Hi, Carl. Just joined. I can see you in the frozen image with no sound. Think the problem. Yeah, go ahead and refresh, Frank, and it'll be fine. It should be. My mind is fine. Hi, Carl. Hey, Gene. How you doing, man? Yep. So yeah, some cool stuff going on. So we're going to hopefully get the ladder in on Thursday, and then we'll get that installed. Kind of a big item, that way I know if I fall overboard, I can get back on the boat. And more importantly, Miss Goofy Dog here, who's, look at this. Can you see her? She was playing with the grandkids today, and she's just out cold right now. Anyhow, Miss Goofy Butt over here today twice fell off the boat into the lake today. Twice while she was playing with the grandkids. So I have a little malodorous dog. She smells like the lake. But now that she's learned she can get in the water, I've got to have to be really careful to make sure I can get her back out of the water. Yeah, she's a poop pup. Yep, the boys wore out. Playing with the grandkids, running around with all that was more than she could deal with today. It just wore her out. So Have Rhonda put Miss Lily on some items with you in the store. Would be, yeah, Darndor, we are doing that with Miss Lily. I'm just trying to get some good photos of her. I want to try to get a good photo of Miss Lily so we can put the actual photo of her on some of the merchandise. So we're kind of working on that. That actually was a big priority that we kind of dealt with today. I took a bunch of pictures. I mean, I took 50 pictures of Lily today, and none of them really came out that I was happy with. So Lily had a good day. She had a very good day. Yeah, she's a pooped pup, and she's leaving me alone and just doing her thing right now. So one step at a time. Yep. Yeah, we're making progress. We're making progress. You know, I was sort of stupid earlier in thinking that I was going to be able to buy this boat and get out of here so quickly. You know, but now that we're delving into stuff and working on everything, you know, I'm seeing where, well, and of course, every time I do work on something, it's like we added a few days and added a few days. Hi guys, I refreshed, but that didn't help. Let me try some other things. Maybe I'll switch over to Apple TV. Yeah, Frank, I'm sorry. I think the stream is really strong and everything seems like it's working perfectly right now. So please do refresh, Frank. That should fix it. So there you go. Oh, other than that, it's been a great day. I really, really, really enjoyed having my family here. More than they will probably ever know. But I have to admit, I was a little teary-eyed when my oldest grandson started his eyes started welling up and started like he was going to cry when he found out that I was going to be going and not seeing him for a while. And of course, that pulled on old Grandpa's heartstrings, you know, so... CJ, if you're listening to this, buddy, I will see you soon. I love you, guy. So, yes, please do hit the like button, guys. I appreciate it. Stream is great. There you go. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. So, other than that, guys, that's about it today. Got a bunch of new stuff that came in. Looks like the ladder fund is getting funded pretty quick, so we're going to buy that. I just was concerned, you know, I'm on such a tight budget. And it's $300, so that's a huge part of my budget is trying to pay for that. So I was like, man, I don't know. 1 hour equals 5 hours. Yeah, that's right, 12 degrees. And you know why? Because you start one thing, and then it's like, you know, the shin bone's connected to the knee bone. You do this, well, then you got to do that. And then you got to do this, then you got to do that. So good night, Brittany. You take care, darling. Thanks for visiting with us. Appreciate it. CJ gave you a thumbs up. There we go. Good deal. A few episodes ago, you mentioned meeting up with Sailing Miss Lone Star. Is that still happening? Yeah, Kenneth, actually, she and I exchanged some emails today. Living aboard during boat work in exotic places. Pretty much, Woody, pretty much. Yeah, we chatted today. Her ex-husband, his name is R. Crotty, C-R-O-T-T-Y. He's been lambasting her at every opportunity on every channel that he can. And he got on my channel and was saying some mean stuff, so I had to block him on my channel. He's just one of the very many people, apparently, that are blocked on my channel. So she messaged me and apologized for him attacking me and others on the channel here, and her, mostly. Sad situation, but, you know, we all have our haters. That's just part of YouTube, I guess. It's just something you have to get accustomed to. But looks like right now we're going to be doing some buddy boating down the East Coast. So we don't have any specific dates or anything locked in. A lot of it depends on how much time it's going to take me. I know she's planning on leaving Boston on May 28th because she wanted a photographer down there to help her. And, you know, there's no way I'm going to be there that quickly. So, but other than that, I don't know how quickly she plans on heading down the East Coast. I know the idea is to get to Annapolis in time for the boat show. So we'll see how things go from there. So, hey, Rhonda, how you doing? People were saying good stuff about the merch, Rhonda. I thought you should know. Okay, so living aboard, doing boat working. Yep. I switched to a different network. Frank, is it good for you now then? I hope so. Good picture here. No notification, though, so I missed 21 minutes. Can you repeat everything? Any news on a departure date? No, not really, Joe. I'm definitely going to be here for the next 7 days. I'm going to be here through next weekend because I just have that many boat projects that I need to get to, and I need to start getting to them very aggressively. Now, tomorrow, I got to go to West Marina, and I got to pick up some stuff. I got to do some provisioning. I got to do some laundry, that kind of stuff. I got a couple other things I have to get ready for the mast. The mast is going up on Tuesday. The mast is going up on Tuesday. And then once it's up, then I got to work on the turning blocks and the mounting blocks and the locks and stuff and the drums to go up on the coach roof. And then as soon as I get that done, then I'm working on the staircase in here and the composting head. So that get those things functional. And then once those things are functional, then I really, can relax and start doing some more stuff later on. Ugly Negro is a troll. Well, that's not even... Why would anybody even have a name like that? I mean, come on, people. Do some research on the website. How's it coming along? Did you do some research? She was in South Africa. She's now in Europe, actually. Last time I spoke to her, she was in France. But I understand she's heading back to Boston now, or is in Boston, so... Her channel has come along nicely. Yes, it has, Kenneth, And I have to admit, I was one of the people that was really upset with her when things were getting ugly, and I was wrong. I was wrong about her, and she has proven me wrong, and I admit to it. She's putting out great content. I'm very proud of Aubrey and what she's doing right now. So, and for those of you who don't know, Aubrey is from Sailing Miss Lone Star. Great channel. So... Did you do some research on the website? How is it coming along? Did I do some research on what website? Oh, on my website, you mean? I don't know. I haven't been working anything on the website at all, so. Message deleted, 75 watching, okay. Hello, Rhonda, hey, Chip. We have merch, yes, we do. Europe, and her boat is here. Yes, she was in Europe, but her boat is here in Boston. It's in Boston, Massachusetts. So, but yeah, her and Stefan, the guy that she's with, and her daughter are all heading to Boston to get on to Little Miss. She's got some rigging stuff that she's working on, because I'm taking some measurements of my rig and sending that to her so she can get some components, I guess, made for her rig. I'm not sure exactly what she's doing with that. We really haven't had that much of an in-depth conversation because it's been international. So it's our communication up to this point has been fairly cryptic. But now that she's getting stateside, I'm sure we'll delve into much more detail on things. I am not drinking tonight, guys, in case you haven't noticed. Wow, last couple nights, I just partying with John and Britt. Kicked my butt yesterday, man. Just kicked my butt. So it's nice having cold beer in the fridge. It really is nice, but not this evening. Just going to relax and take it easy this evening. Get the kinks out. Do that kind of stuff. I hope I'm not the only one drinking. Oh, I'm sure you're not. I'm sure some other people here are having some sundowners. And normally I would have a sundowner, but this evening I just decided to not have a sundowner and just try to be a mellow fellow all by my lonesome here. Oh, but I may be alone, but I got a fork. So there. Hey, Joe Miller, how you doing? Iced tea for me tonight. There you go, darn dar. Very good. Yeah, my cousin Richard sent me a fork. So all those trolls and haters out there better watch it. They may get forked. Cheers, bud. There you go. See, there's some other people enjoying a beverage on here, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'd be enjoying a beverage too. I just don't feel like it this evening. How long do you think it will take for you to sail across Erie? Joe, it's interesting that you, Sunwiner's here. There you go, Michael. Interesting that you bring that up. I thought I was going to just bang right across Lake Erie. I was talking with Johnny Hagg, and he commented that I should check out Put-in-Bay over here. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm remembering this correctly, but I believe Put-in-Bay is where everybody has to get on a ferry to go over to the island. The island has no motor vehicles on it. Everything's like horse-drawn and bicycles. And so it might be fun to go over there and check it out. Ice House beer here. So I think I may leave here and sail over into that island cluster here on Lake Erie around Put-in-Bay and check that out maybe for a day or so. before I head across Lake Erie. So, it's like one of those things, you got a plan, you want to do this, and okay, it's I saw something shiny and I got sidetracked. So I was going to go this way. I saw something shiny over here. Oh, let me go look and see that. And that's one of the really nice things. Oh, Dos Equis, there's some good beer. That's one of the really nice things about the cruising lifestyle is I can change my mind and go a different direction. So I love doing that. So that's probably what we're going to. Ooh, shiny. There you go. Brittany, I thought you went to bed. You lying girl, you. Ha, ha, ha. You're supposed to be sleeping. That's funny. But yeah, so, I'm thinking about going over to Put-in-Bay and checking that out. And I have a good pick of Lily. Oh, well, if you have a good pick of Lily, email it to me, Brittany, or email it to Rhonda, and then she can use that for our merch. So Put-in-Bay is the key west of the north. Well, there you go, Arthur. There's a good way of thinking about it. So yeah, so it might be fun to go over to Put-in-Bay and check that out and see what that's about. I have like 100 other photos. Okay. Well, pick out some good photos of Miss Lily and send them to me or send them to Rhonda. Take your time and see what's there is to see. Don't know if you're going to pass this way again. Well, there you go, Doug. Yeah, I really doubt I'm ever going to sail into Lake Erie once I leave it. So might as well enjoy a little bit and see what it has to offer before I take off. That one I put of Lily on those artwork I made for you, Carl, is a really cute photo. Yeah, that is too. I'll have to pull that out of my phone. Yeah, okay. I'll pull that up and let Rhonda have that as well. Maybe she can work with that one. That's very true. That's very true. That's a very nice one. So, unfortunately, Darndar, all the artwork that you did has Grandpa's Farm on it, and I kind of changed my channel name now. Otherwise, I would use that for my channel, but I'm not doing the farm thing. I kind of got away from the farm thing on there, and so it's just, as I have it now. So it would have to be all redone. So any problems with 5-foot draft on the Erie Canal? No, Joe. Most of the Erie Canal is dredged to 12 feet. That's what they're telling me. It's dredged to 12 feet, and I understand for the Centennial this year, it's really in good shape. They've got it whipped into shape, so I should not have too much of a problem center line down the Erie Canal the whole way at 12 feet. Of course, I'm going to be pulling off onto little tributaries and stuff. And sup, kids? There you go. I'm going to pull off into some little tributaries and stuff to anchor out a lot. So I really want to take my time. I mean, they say the Erie Canal takes 5 days to get across. I want to take like 5 weeks. I want to really take my time here in Lake Erie and the Erie Canal. I'm not in a real big hurry. Far-flung adventures, were me, I'd head south as fast as my feet would carry me, go, go, go. The problem with that far-flung is hurricane season down south. I don't want to get to Florida that fast. If I get to Florida now, I'm going to be right there during hurricane season. That would be foolish. I don't want to get to Florida till November. So I've got lots of time to see a lot of stuff and make some good content. Does SV Lily 2 have a depth finder? Yes, 12 degrees. We do have a depth finder. We do have a depth finder, in fact. Mackinac Island is similar to Put-in-Bay. If you get up this way, it's really a nice island to visit, Carl. Well, there you go. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. Yeah, good point. Okay. You will meet more sailors and friends if you go slow. That's exactly right. Yep. Thumbs up or free, guys. Yep. So are likes. Hey, no, cool name 22. Do some research and find the free things that would make good content in the canal. Exactly. That's exactly what I planned on doing, no cool name. And I'm hoping, since it's a centennial, I'm hoping there'll be a lot of fun and interesting things to talk about all along through there. So at least that's the plan du jour. But sailors' plans are written in sand. So what happened to those sailing art that I did for you, Carl? I don't know. I remember you did some for me. I remember you did some with the sailboat. Did you email those to me? They're on some videos. Well, then I must have them saved on my computer then. But I may have moved them onto my hard drive. I'll have to probably go back and look at my hard drive, see if I can pull them off of that. In Facebook messages, yes, but if you send them to me in Facebook messages, then I saved them onto my computer and then transferred them onto my hard drive. So I'll have to look in there. 4th of July, New York Harbor would be cool. Arthur, that is one of the things I am planning on doing, is being in New York Harbor for the 4th of July. Carl's mind is buffering. Isn't that the truth? That's why I'm not drinking this evening, man. I'm tired. Hey, man, I have been sleeping. I mean, I have been sleeping on the boat. I've been going to bed at 9 and sleeping till 7:30 almost every day. And even then, I wake up and I just got to sit there and kind of get unshell shocked. I cannot believe how well I'm sleeping on the boat. But, you know, I'm sitting here and the boat's got this little, you know, cradle-like effects, like a baby in a cradle, a little bit of movement on it. It's lovely. And, man, does it make me sleep. I mean, really makes me sleep. So, free things to make content great. Yeah, right? Exactly, but hurricanes can be a problem all up and down the East Coast, not just Florida. Well, of course, yeah. Yep, absolutely. But, yeah, Arthur, 4th of July in New York Harbor was one of those things I was thinking about. The last time I was on a boat in New York Harbor on the 4th of July was during the bicentennial, 1976. I was on my little 16-foot speedboat. So it'd be kind of fun to be back there now on my sailboat, you know, just sort of you know, covering the same spot sort of thing some 50 years later. So you had to have saved them to your hard drive, Carl. You couldn't have used them. Yeah, I'm sure I have them. It's a waterbed. It certainly is a waterbed. Yep. Did you have storms here today? Oh, man, it was blowing a hoolie today. In fact, it's kind of, well, it's kind of clouding over right now, but then I'm looking over to the west, and there's some sunshine coming to the west, so I'm almost looking to see if it's going to start raining here any minute now. I'm going to have to close my hatch. Weather here in Michigan is going to be cool the next couple of weeks. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that because it's, you know, it's hard enough getting stuff done when it's that hot. So you still have family on Long Island? Yes, Joe Peak. I have sisters, nephews, and cousins, and all kinds of people on Long Island. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. So I think what I'd like to do is, you know, get down to Long Island, do like New York Harbor for 4th of July, spend a little time in July with my family there, then maybe move up to Maine for August when it's, you know, really hot. Move all the way up to Maine. I'd like to go to Rockland, Maine for the Lobster Festival, possibly. I don't know if that's going to happen, but kind of like thinking anyway. And then from there, once that's over, then start the trek slowly down till I hit down to Annapolis in October. So maybe go back in September to New York City for the Feast of San Gennaro in Little Italy and stuff. I don't know. You aren't too far from me. Okay, cool. That would be great to get to Long Island, see your family. Yes, it will. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Maine is beautiful in the summer anyway. Yes, it is. Camp stove arrived yet? Yeah, camp stove arrived, and I've been cooking on it for like the last 4 or 5 days. It's been working perfectly. I think I have a seagull on my poop deck. There's a seagull screaming outside, just right outside the door. So, did you get a fridge yet? Darn, my refrigerator on my boat is working. We've got a generator set up on the boat, so the generator powers, thanks to a generous donation from one of the viewers, the generator now powers in to the 30 amp shore power connection. That powers the entire boat with 110. Refrigerator fired up perfectly. I'm running the generator for a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours in the evening. Everything in the refrigerator is staying beautifully, even in this really hot weather. So I think even when I get to the tropics, 2 hours with the generator in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, and I'll be fine. And frankly, it takes me that long because I got to get online, do all my stuff, you know. So it works out perfectly. Yep. I have to go back and look at the previous vids then. Congrats. Well, thank you. And Doug says, awesome. Awesome. Awesome, Doug. Awesome. Oh, man. So exciting times, busy times, a lot of work, not making nearly as much progress as I'd like to. Rhonda's getting tired. Yawn. Guess I'm boring Rhonda. Sorry about that. But we're making good progress on stuff. So, and exciting additions. We got merch now on the channel. A lot of folks have asked about merch. We have merch. We've got bags and t-shirts and coffee mugs and all kinds of stuff. So, no L, no I. I don't know what that means, Rhonda, no I. Oh, I'm waking up. Oh, I see. Okay. Good to see you happy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I am absolutely living the dream. Absolutely. Why don't you connect your refrigerator to the inverter so it works all the time? Because I do not have a large enough battery bank on the boat to support that. So merch is very cool. Thank you, Doug. You're doing fine. Well, thank you. Yeah, the boat right now only has one house battery and one start battery, and I'm working on the alternator, getting the alternator fixed. You're a perv in a van. Okay, somebody knock him off the thing here. I'm not in a van for one thing. You pudding head. Kaka, there you go, Kaka. Boot him too. Oh gosh. Where do these people come from, huh? Anthony, you really think it's funny saying poop in Italian? Okay. What does that even mean, right? Yeah, I don't know. Timed out by Declan. Thank you, Declan. Appreciate it, sir. I definitely appreciate that. It's hard for me to do that while I'm on my phone. When I'm on my computer, I can do it, but we don't have as good of signal and the picture doesn't come out so well. So, real intelligent brain. Yeah, well, that's what happens when parents give their children computers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, huh. So exciting times, and I am living the dream. It's more than a dream, guys. I don't know how I can convey this well enough, but this is something that I've wanted to do for over 40 years now. So, I mean, it's something I've really wanted to do for a very long time. Have you taken the boat out for a short motor sail yet? We have motored with the boat. Yes, we have motored with the boat a little bit. Motor is running absolutely perfectly. So I do have a little diesel fuel leak. I have to track down a little diesel fuel leak. I think it's in the fuel filter, and so I'm working on it. So you do look much happier. I am extremely happy. Kids trolling, live feed, YouTube, shame on them. Yeah, I love those sweaters. Well, there you go, Trav. Buy one. Get a sweater. That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's been 40 years that I've wanted to do this. And, I had a couple hiccups along the way, had a couple false starts along the way, had a lot of obstacles in the way. And I'm finally at the point where I got all those obstacles clear out of my way. There's nothing stopping me, guys. There's nothing stopping me. At one point it was like, okay, well, here I am, here now in Ohio with nothing more than my truck to own, trying to get going business-wise, trying to make some money, working, trying very hard to do that, doing everything I could to make things happen. Big coffee drinker might grab a mug. There you go, Trav. Excellent. And so then all of a sudden, what happened is one of my viewers said to me, hey, there's a free boat. Someone mentioned on on the Facebook post that he's giving away a boat. And so I got on there and I looked at it. I thought, oh man, that'd be awesome. Upstate New York, whatever. So I responded to the guy and I sent him a little paragraph trying who I was and what was going on. And he ended up giving the boat to somebody else. And that's fine. You're going to put a logo on the side of the boat. Probably eventually, John. I really don't have a logo at this point, but maybe at some point. But anyhow, so while I was talking, this deal with this guy, I got to thinking, well, I wonder what else is out there. Is there anybody else? So there's actually a website called Free Boats. Freeboat.com, I think is what it's called. And I started getting on there and looking at stuff. I watched a video yesterday of a guy sailing from Jamaica to the U.S. He was 90 years old, and so that's right, Arthur, never too late. But anyhow, so I got on that and was looking at the free boat, And didn't see anything there I really liked. So I, perused Craigslist. And so I got on Craigslist. I started looking around Annapolis, Maryland, in that area. And then I looked at Cincinnati. I thought, well, maybe down the Ohio River or something. I'm like, well, let's just check Lake Erie. So I got up here and checked Lake Erie. And sure enough, there I saw this ad, very cryptic ad, for a Cal 229. No photo. No photo at all. And it was sort of like, well, I may put a photo up eventually, but this is all the stuff that's wrong with the boat. The guy, lays out this like paragraph of all the shit that's wrong with the boat. Been on the hard for 4 years, and he's got some wood rot and cosmetics, and needs a big cleanup, and on and on and on. So obviously, with the way this guy put his ad together, he's obviously not into marketing, and he's not. He's a conductor for a symphony orchestra. So I called him up and said, hey, I'd like to see this cow. Oh, well, yeah, baby, I don't know. We'll see. And, maybe if you're in the area. And he says, I'm 2 hours away. I'm over by Akron, and, it's in Sandusky. And, I don't know if I have time to meet you, and hemming and hawing. So I had to push and push and push. I finally got him to meet me here at the boat. And I came up here to look at the boat, and I was really just, convinced that, yes, he was right. The boat just needs too much work. He was real negative about everything on the boat. But I've owned 2 cows before, and I noticed the compression post on the boat was solid. And I noticed the hull was in perfect shape. There was nothing wrong with the hull. And the rudder looked like it was on and nice and tight. And he was telling me the engine only had 70 hours on it. Even though it hadn't been running 4 years, it only had 70 hours on it. And it had refrigeration, didn't have a head, and it smelled musty, and, obviously there was some work to be done. But the price was right, And so I sat in my car after looking at the thing. I'm like, well, let me think about it. Let me go back and sit in my car. So I sat in my car for a little bit and fiddled with my phone and thought about it for a little bit. And I got out of my car and I was walking over to the guy to tell him I'm going to pass on the boat. It just needs too much, And I walk over to the back of the boat, and there on the back of the boat is the stern. It's the first time I looked at the name of the boat, and the boat's named the Lily too. The guy's boat's named after my dog. If that wasn't a clear sign to go forward and buy the boat, I don't know. Cowl like aircraft cowling. Did I say cowl? I don't know. But anyhow, when I saw the dog's name on the back, that was it. I just had to buy the boat. And then it's like as soon as I made the decision to buy the boat, everything was just clicking. Everything was just hitting on all cylinders. Everything was falling into place beautifully. Quick hello and goodbye. Need to catch up with all your video posts. Glad to hear everything going your way. Well, thanks, Doug. Glad to see you. Teddy 2 shows. Hello, all you beautiful people. Well, hi, Teddy. How are you doing? Joe Miller, I sold a small ranch in Oregon, bought a 2000 C30 on West Coast. Been fun. I drive truck to travel and sail. Awesome, Joe. Yes, it's a Cal. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Cal, C-A-L. That's the manufacturer of the boat. It's a Cal 229. Sorry about that. The Lily 2 is a perfect fit. Glad you made the decision. Yeah, Trav. And it's not only she just a good fit for me, but it's really been amazing how since I made the decision to buy the boat, it's like everything's clicked. The refrigeration. The boat's been on the hard for 4 years. As soon as I put power to the system, I went in there, I turned the dial like you have on a refrigerator to make it colder, and it got colder. Didn't need anything. The engine, we changed the oil, and we put a new filter in it. We gave it some fuel, started the engine. It chugged a little bit. I needed to replace not the impeller, but the bearings on the line going into the impeller had kind of froze up a little bit. So, it took a little bit to get that cleaned out, disassembled it, greased it up. And it's working perfectly. The engine's working perfectly now. The pump for the water system on the boat's working perfectly now. I mean, it's just amazing how everything's just falling into place really easy. It's, usually life is such an uphill battle fighting for everything that you try to get. And on buying this boat, it's just like everything's just falling on me. And then the support of all the good people and all the stuff people are sending me and stuff, it's just amazing. It's absolutely just amazing. I'm like pinching myself and I'm waiting for the shoe to drop, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll leave the harbor here and sink 10 feet out of the harbor. You know, that could happen, but we will see. So, hey Dutch, how you doing, man? Do they still build cow boats? No, they haven't built cows in years. Love it when good karma comes back your way. Isn't that nice? Yep. Knock on wood, Grandpa. There you go. Yep. My wooden head, pudding head. Did you bring your scuba wear, etc.? Yeah, Darndar, I actually ended up having, oh gosh, he's back again. Don't put him in timeout. Just get rid of him. Block him from the channel. And I'll see if I can do that from here. Hide user from this channel. Goodbye. Okay, Waukesha got him already. Okay. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. Bye, Tony. You can go do caca someplace else, man. I would have blocked the creep anyway past his bedtime. There you go. You got people like that that are just being disruptive. Just stupid. So yeah, just the boat just sort of falling together, and everything's been happening, you know, really easy. And then I had a guy come and, you know, give me a real good price on my truck, and he was, cooperative with me to a point. You know, let me use the truck to get all my stuff moved up here and stuff before we finished the deal, and I turned the truck over to him. So I've not fixed the leak in the window yet. No, I'll get to that eventually. I have more important things to deal with. Okay, you say you had to get rid of the scuba items. Yes, I had to sell them a while back. They were, in fact, fairly old. So now I'm kind of looking forward to getting new gear here very quickly. So you can use conca in a sentence, it would be different. Epoxy for the window, quick fix. Yeah, I may just take something and just run a little bead around the top or something to see if that may help. But it poured rain here today, and I only got like 6-7 drops out of it. It's not like the water's gushing in. It really poured. I mean, the dog food dish has an inch of water in the back here in the last 2 hours, and I don't think I got 30 drops inside the boat of water. So it's not like it's gushing and big water coming in. It's just dropping some stuff on the countertop. So have you took the boat out and tested it on the lake before you step the mast? Well, we've run the engine and did that. It all works fine, Joe. So, and then we're stepping the mast on Monday. That should be the final part. And once I get the mast stepped on Monday, I actually think as soon as I get the mast on Monday, I'm going to take it out and putter around the bay a little bit, raise the sail. Well, I got to get the mast on and get all the sails installed. No, I won't be able to do that because I got to run all the blocks and stuff back here yet. One day next week, we'll get that done. How much does the mast weigh? Oh, there's an interesting question. I don't know. Probably 300 pounds, maybe 200-300 pounds. I don't know. Caca is good if you mix it with Fruit Loops. Okay, Teddy, you're gonna get beat. Yeah, there you go, Rhonda. There you go. Yeah, Teddy will be gone next. Good working my butt off for Dow. Want to call Dow out and see if they will help with the plastic problem in the oceans. Working on a video. Should be out in a month. Oh, Dutch, but I'd love to see that, man. Teddy 2 shows, what a fool, yeah. Bob. Yeah, I don't know about these trolls, man. I don't know about these trolls. Pretty bad. Off with their heads. There you go. Have you looked at the sails, or are they still in the bags? Yes and yes. I've looked at the sails, and they are in their bags right now. Yeah, the sails are actually looking really good. The sails look like they're in really good shape. But we won't know for a fact until we hang them. I think the 150 has a little bit of stitching it needs, but nothing really major. So hang them from the mast. Yeah, make them walk the yard arm. Arg. 90% of the plastic is made in Freeport, Texas. Yeah, well, that's true. Freeport, Texas does a lot of plastics molding and stuff. Can you leave the mast up on the ICW? What's the height from waterline? I'm only about 41 feet, so I can do the ICW without a problem whatsoever. I have to take the mast down, however, to do the Erie Canal. So it'll come down for that. Keel haul them. Do you have a sewing machine to fix the sail? Yeah, darn. Let's not even talk about that either. I needed money, so I had to sell my sail right. I will be buying another one as soon as I can. What's the 150? Okay, a 150. Sorry about that, Gene. The distance from the head sail to the mast, that distance it would be a 100. If you had a head sail that just reached to the mast, that would be a 100. This one is that distance plus half again, so it's a 150. 150% of the distance between the head sail and the mast. That's what that means. There's a handheld sewing for you for that purpose. Yeah, I've got a handheld sail stitcher thing that I can sail it myself. It's fine. ICW bridges are 65 feet. Yeah, I won't have a problem with any of the bridges on the ICW. None at all. She'll love the 150. Oh yeah, that 150 is going to be a lot of power with this boat. Yep, that's what I meant. Okay, way too much math. There you go. Yeah. Learning all of the trim thing. Hey, no problem, Gene. No problem at all. Everyone starts someplace, man. If I say something you don't understand what I'm saying, call me out on, ask me. Happy to explain. Really am. I'm happy to because people taught me. You know, I had to learn. So we have to go and have the mast taken down to run under bridges, etc. I'm only going to put the mast up to get me across Lake Erie. Once I get over to Buffalo, New York, I have to take the mast down to go through the Erie Canal. Once I cross the Erie Canal and I get over to Albany, New York, then I'm going to put the mast back up for sailing down the Hudson River. Just what you have to do. The Erie Canal has a bunch of low bridges, and I got to take the stick down in order to get underneath those bridges. So we'll be carrying her on deck. Where you have assistance to take it down. Yes, the marinas actually, you pay them to take it down. Kind of a bite, though. I mean, the marina where I'm at now, he's charging $50 to put the mast up, which is the hard part is putting it up. The easy part is taking it down. When I get over to Buffalo, they're charging me $7 a foot, and that's 36 feet. They're charging me $7 a foot, so like $250 to take it down. And then when I get over to Albany, it's about the same $250 to put it back up again. So they kind of get you coming and going when you're on the Erie Canal. So just had dinner last weekend on the Hudson. Cool. I will be having dinner on the Hudson next month. So yeah, what a difference a town makes. Yeah, absolutely. Now I will say this much: there is a sailing club in Troy, New York. When I get over to the Hudson River, they have what's it called? They have a pole there. They have a special name for it, a gin pole. They have a gin pole over there that I can use for free to put my own mast back up should I choose to. But putting a mast up is really more than just a two-person job. Certainly not something I really want to be doing all by myself, but possible to do all by myself. Can't wait for you to get underway. I can too, man. I've had power boats for years, but I know I can learn a lot from you. That's why I'm asking all the dumb questions. Joe, there's no such thing as a dumb question, ma'am. No such thing as a dumb question. Ask all away. Not a problem at all. I'm happy to share what limited knowledge I have, because I'm certainly no expert, nor do I ever try to present myself as being such. So yes, at 300 pounds for that monster mast, anyone should need assistance taking it down. Yes. No such thing as a dumb question. That's right. Yeah. We actually use a crane. The guy here is going to use a crane to set the mast. They'll be using a crane to take the mast down when I get to Buffalo. But then when I get to Albany, I may use the gin pole and ask some members of the sailing club there to help me put it back on. We'll be having dinner on the Hudson too, if I can make it to your channel with dinner in hand as you are there. Well, that would be great, Dondra. That'd be awesome. Trolls ask dumb questions. Just because somebody asks a question does not mean it's a dumb question, nor does it mean they're a troll. So don't... What the hell am I sitting on? Oh, my fillet knife. Like, what is under my butt right now? I have a fillet knife under my butt. That got wedged in the cushions. Now, folks, that could be a dangerous thing to sit on. My backup backup fillet knife. So is the earth flat? Nope. Where's Lily at? There she is. Yep. About the most activity we're going to get out of her for a while. So, could you rig and tune mast, have a couple of shakedown runs, then de-rig and motor over to Buffalo, cutting costs? Well, the whole idea of having the mast up is so that I do have the backup power source to maneuver the boat should I have a problem with an engine that's basically been, pickled for the last 4 years. So, I mean, we've ran it and blew some cars. Anything like my yacht club, it's going to cost you beers. Well, that's true. That's exactly what I'm anticipating, Bob. Wow, she's quiet tonight. Yeah. And Darla, it's sort of funny, when I was up in Alaska and I did a live stream, she's up in my face, always bothering me. When I was in the garage down in Ohio here, she was up in my face, always bothering me. Here on the boat, she just leaves me alone. I don't understand why the difference is, but Lily is not up in my face, bothering me while I'm doing my live streams from inside the boat. So go figure, huh? No such thing as a dumb question. Yep. I was referring to the trolls kicked out of the chat. I understood that. The water must be soothing to her. I imagine so, yes. CJ said you're awesome and he loves you. Well, I love him too, and he is awesome. Both of my grandsons are awesome. She's at home in the boat. She certainly is, Trav. She certainly is. Yeah, Carl, give CJ a big hug for me, would you please? Tell him his grandpa loves him. Michael P., got to run, Carl, as always. Wish you the best. Hope and thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Channel shout-outs. Thank you, Rhonda, for reminding me of that. Guys, one of the things I like to do on my channel is having channel shout-outs. If you have a YouTube channel, just like Rhonda has a YouTube channel there, jump up and say, me, 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 me. I have a YouTube channel, guys. Please go check it out. Go watch Rhonda's channel. If anybody else has a YouTube channel, say so. So, good opportunity to pick up. Uh-oh. I have a low battery light coming on. I anticipated this. I am prepared. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to power you back off the battery. Just like I do about every night now. The phone battery only lasts about an hour. Come on, get in there. Get in there. There we go. And we should have power now, so we should be all good. Is that on? That's on. All right, good. All righty then. So that was a waste of a good hour, folks. What else do we want to talk about? Anything in particular going on, or shall we move? Rigging Doctor's video today showed raising the mast using a second boat as a crane. Huh. Well, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. I guess that could work, yeah. Not my channel, I'm too shy, but check out Patrick Lane. Okay, there you go. So Rigging Doctor and Patrick Lane. Tuxery, I have no idea what that is about. Smiley faces, okay. It's so good to have your kids and grandkids watching you here. I think so, absolutely. I need to get back to welding on my boat. All right, Joe, you take care. He's listening. Good deal, Carl. Rhonda's trying to do a little fundraising. That's cool. You guys want to help out Rhonda? She could certainly use it right now. She's got some auto problems she's trying to deal with. What would it take to convert a freshwater tugboat into a salt? I don't know, but I imagine it would take a lot. It's possible to raise or put your mast by yourself. I have done that numerous times at a yacht clubs. People offer to help too without even asking. That's true, Alouetta, and that's typically what we go for. So their grandpa is famous. It's funny, Waukesha, that you asked that. My grandson actually asked me that today. He asked me if I was famous. And I said, no, I'm not famous. I'm just, a guy that's got a following on YouTube. But it's just funny that you put it that way. I guess to my grandson's point of view, I guess I'm famous. So, and that's cool. I like for my grandson to think that I'm a famous kind of person, but I'm not really, not at all. So maybe with time, we'll just see where this channel goes and what happens. But right now, no, I don't think so. So anyhow, guys, look, we've killed off more than an hour here. Is the title true? Really selling the world? That's awesome. That's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Now, whether I actually sail the world completely on this boat, or whether I upgrade this boat into something bigger and better along the way remains to be seen. But right now, I'm in a really good, well-situated, nice little boat that has the capacity. It has the ability. You saw the photos. There you go. So that's what we're working towards. So thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Yeah, I posted some pictures of my grandcons playing on the boat. They're on my Facebook page. So have a good night, Carl and Lily. All right, Trav, you take care. Yeah, guys, let's go ahead and end it here. We've been over an hour. Some folks are complaining my live streams are going too long. For those of you that jumped into the Super Chat and contributed, I certainly appreciate it. For those of you that jumped on the PayPal and did that too, I appreciate it. There's links to both PayPal and my YouTube channel down below. So please do like and subscribe. That would certainly be appreciated, and we will have more for you in the near future. Sail to Dallas and visit us. I might do that. I just might do that. So anyhow, guys, you all have a great night. I'm going to chill out here for a little bit, relax, and get some sleep. So you guys take care. Have a great night. We'll have more for you later. Bye.